Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, your UK-based exotic fruit growing enthusiast. Just thought I'd do a short video to do a gigantic persimmon tasting. That's actually a little bit tongue-in-cheek really, because it probably wouldn't qualify as a gigantic persimmon. I picked this morning the persimmon that have been growing on my Prok. So I don't know if I can get close enough to show this monster. Now this grew, I've got about a 2-foot tall plant that's been labelled as Prok by the grower that it came from. I've got to say, I suspect, I can't see any sign of a graft on it, so I think that it's a seedling persimmon that either got missed or the graft didn't take and it's simply the seedling growing, which would mean it's either probably a lotus or Virginiana rootstock. But back in about June or July, it was very late getting going, and it had one flower on it which was hidden under leaves and I didn't even notice at the time, and the result was this giant persimmon, which was a sort of an orangey colour, and it's now turned brown. And to give you some idea of comparison, this is a shop bought Rojo Brillant, and that gives you some idea of difference. I've never actually seen a persimmon this small stay on the tree. Normally they just fall off when they're pea sized, and this one stayed on, and it's actually got quite soft now. So I've no idea if it's going to be in the least bit edible, or it's all bruised and the cold may have got to it, because it's had a bit of cold weather outside, but it's laughable. So I thought I'd cut it in half anyway and see what it looked like. So naturally, to attack such a giant specimen, I thought I might need to use a knife that was appropriate and capable of doing the job. So I'm going to cut it in half and see if the flesh looks if it's edible inside. I'm going to try whatever happens, even if it's revolting. Now we'll just have a little cut here and see if I can do this without cutting my fingers off. Well, it seems to be the beginnings of a seed inside there. I don't think you better see that, but needless to say, there's absolutely no way. It looks more like a tiny grape than a persimmon. I'm going to taste it. I'm just curious to know if it's astringent, non-astringent, edible or revolting. So I've got to try it anyway because I'm just curious to know. To be fair, there's not really enough to taste. Obviously it's not very sweet because it's not very, it's probably more bruised than ripe. Doesn't seem to be astringent, but perhaps it's too small to show any astringency. But as I said, I just thought I had to try it and post a video. It was completely tongue-in-cheek, obviously, because I wasn't expecting it to be edible, but I also wasn't expecting it to stay hanging on the tree until the middle of November. We're currently the 14th of November. I have actually got 3 small persimmons. This is my first year of growing them really, on a giro tree outside, which I'll probably do a short video of at the weekend, and they're sort of green turning to light yellow, so I'm quite excited about those. I think they'll be edible, but that I really have no idea if that's just a rootstock persimmon that's been produced, or if when the plant grows to a larger size, and it's only 2 feet tall at the moment, when it grows to a larger size, it may well be that that it will produce a reasonable size fruit, perhaps a couple of inches across, and it might turn out that they'll be quite edible. But even if they're a lotus or Virginiana rootstock, theoretically it would produce edible persimmons. But I mean, really, obviously that one's a bit laughable. It's not going to stop anybody starving to death running up to Christmas, that size. But I thought it'd be amusing to make a small video on it. Anyway, that's me out for now. Should do a couple of better videos at the weekend if it's not too cold, wet and dark on Sunday. It's certainly a little bit cooler at the moment here, but not too unpleasant. But thanks for watching, everybody. You're welcome to give me a thumbs up on the video if you thought it was interesting, if you give me a thumbs down, doesn't matter. Welcome to share the video, and of course you can subscribe to my channel if you want to, and hit that bell if you'd like to see any future updates, such as when I get to eat an edible persimmon. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's Brett out for now. I'll catch you in the next video.